Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a Kodiak stock analysis. Now, if you know what Kodiak makes, they make autonomous trucks and they look like this. Now, you might notice this stock graph looks a bit wonky, and as you can see, it is quite small. That is because they had a SPAC back in September, so therefore we can only see this graph currently. Now, I've made some technical lines on this, but it is quite difficult to do when we have very, very little to go on. I prefer it to be at least a year old or so. Now, we have the support level right around here, just below $6 at around 5.80. So if the stock breaks through this, maybe it's going to fall even further. We did see that back here in early December, but it did rebound, and as you can see right here, it has increased quite rapidly after that. Now we also have another support level up here. If you can break through this, who knows where the stock might be. This right here is of course where the stock was started before the at the SPAC point, but as you can see, it rapidly took a huge nosedive. So if we can break through this round up here, maybe it might go even further upwards, or maybe it just hit this and go downwards, as you can see it has done twice. Now something you should know is right here we have a negative beta. A negative beta is a very, very poor thing to have, because this means if the market goes up, on average this stock goes down, and that goes down by 141% of the market going up. So of course, be very, very careful when you see a negative beta. You're also going to notice that it has very, very little liquidity in the stock. We have a volume in the hundreds of thousands. We usually see this in millions and very rarely in the billions as well. So be very, very careful. The market cap of the stock is also very, very small, just at 1.5 billion. So it is very, very small. It is what we call a micro cap stock. Now, the earnings past time here was also quite poor. We see that they lost, as you can see right here, 1,304% more than was anticipated. They did make more revenue, but overall it is not great. Now, the income statements, they have been making some money, but that was just raising cash. We can't see any sources because they don't make any money at all. Now, in the overview of the stock, we can also see it is a relatively new company, founded in 2018, and they only have 4 employees, and that is because they use subcontractors, and I don't like it when companies does this. Now, it's quite a small company, as I said, and they have a relatively large amount of debt compared to cash. Now, I have a problem with this because their biggest competitor, Aurora Innovation, just made this deal with Detmar, meaning they're not going to get into Kodiak's territory with industrial trucks. Now, I'm going to get into a bit into Aurora Innovation a bit later. Now, if we go down to the seasonals, as you can see, it's going to look a bit wonky, and that is because they had a SPAC right here, so it's going to look a bit different than a usual stock does, so just don't take that into consideration. Now, if we look at the technicals, for the day, it's a buy, for the week, it's a sell, and for the month, it is a sell as well. Now, we do see something interesting down here in the analyst rating. We have 5 strong buy, which I think is beyond crazy, just compared to how small they are compared to the biggest competitor. And we can't even see further ahead than Q3 of 2026 their EPS estimates or their earnings estimates, which is quite poor in my opinion, that they can't even guide further ahead. Now, if you look at their biggest competitor, Aurora Innovation, let me just pull that up right here. That has a stock cap of 9.05 billion, so quite a bit bigger, and they have a positive beta. Now, it is quite a high beta as well, but overall still it is positive. Now, if you look at the financials, as you can see, they also have quite a lot more employees. They have very little debt compared to their market cap, and as you can see, they have a huge amount of cash. So of course, this is very, very nice. And also, this guy, Christopher Urmson here, he was earlier, I believe it was an Uber, and he was ahead of their self-driving cars. Now, we do see their price to sales is much higher. As you can see, this is 4,358, which is absolutely bonkers, but I believe in Aurora Innovation quite a lot more than do Kodiak, as Aurora Innovation is my personal biggest stock holding. And the problem I have with Kodiak is Aurora Innovation just released this truck and this deal with Detmar going into the Kodiak area, because they are now in industrial self-tracking as well, and they are already on the highways in the Texas, as you can see right here. So in my opinion, Aurora Innovation is quite a lot better. So if you go back to Kodiak, let's pull up right there. This stock is just way too volatile. So say that let's just say this is in the Nasdaq. So if the Nasdaq moves up 1%, this is gonna fall down 1.41%. That just doesn't make any sense to own a stock that on average goes down when the market goes up. That is personally why I don't think you should own this stock, and that's definitely why I'm not going to own this stock, and also of course because I believe their biggest competitor is really the way to go ahead. Now, if you'd like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and of course if you want to see more videos like this, please leave a comment, please analyze in the comment section below.